Yo, what is up, guys? I did get a new haircut. It's a new style. I don't know. What do you guys think? Anyways, I'm gonna break down today's trading day. It is April 13th, Monday, and I actually didn't end up taking any trades. And let me show you guys real quick why. Monday, we didn't have any news, so it wasn't much volatility as I liked. And even though in the past I did take trades every day, I'm just trying to be a bit more cautious and just take like A plus trades. And although we kind of had A plus trades today, I just wanted to watch the markets and I didn't really like anything. So I kind of just like forward test on like my paper trading account. And I'm going to break down today, show you guys what I saw, and actually learned a lot today. Every day you learn something new. So that is why you don't have to trade every day, because I could have lost money just to learn this lesson. So that's good. I just paper traded. So I am going to remove everything here and then show you guys what I saw in the morning. I'm going to go back in time and replay it back from the market open. Honestly, we're just pretty much bullish. We're kind of we rebalancing into this range. We swept a lot of draws and now we're just going up and we're just displacing up. So what I see from here, bigger time frames, we had this high right here and on Nasdaq, and then we have the high here on ES. So ES swept this draw and we already have bearish SMT since a while ago. So it looks something like that. Bearish SMT since this day. When I do zoom in closer, and we got that bearish SMT since Thursday. But on Friday, we didn't really deliver off of that SMT. So I'm not really thinking that we're bearish. Although we had like a gap fill, or we just like the new week opening gap, we just displaced all the way down here. It doesn't really mean that we're bearish because this gap displaces lower, because this bearish SMT is not delivering us like lower. But then later the gap, we actually went lower and we're still in this range. You see how we displace up and now we're kind of up here, we displace higher or lower, and then now we're still going up. So why are we still going up if we're actually gonna be bearish? So this bearish S&T is telling me that we're not actually bearish, and although we could have this one up and then later go back down, but I just didn't see that. I had this bearish S&T and then I already knew it was gonna deliver, and then I had my new week opening gap. So I honestly never knew how to really draw this new week opening gap. So this is how I drew it from before, because I thought it's just the high of the candle. So I'm gonna type it out here, new week opening gap. So this is how I had it. And then I obviously draw my swing lows like this, like that, and also the high right here from the pre-market. Also, I guess this high right here, like that. So I just want to see what happens on these draws. I don't think I marked out this because we already swept it, so it doesn't really matter. But I guess I kind of want to see what happens on it. And then we have other lows here. And then why we're also bullish is because we come down, we sweep this low, and we just reverse off of it. So this is technically a reversal sequence on the bigger time frames. We have this low, protected low, and then we re-soup it, and then now we're just delivering higher off of it. Okay, so now we go to 1 minute time frame, and then what happens here. So this is how I see it. We have this high right here, but it's not really like a high because we're just kind of going up. We have a gap right now, so we have this gap right here. So I'm thinking we can just go up higher to the gap, but it's pretty far, still pretty far, maybe about like 100 points or so. And we do have all this liquidity down here, so I'm thinking either way, but I'm still kind of bullish. And then we go up higher, we displace higher, market open, and then I'm not really seeing anything here. Yeah, I kind of saw this where we just failed to deliver higher, and then we have these draws here. But keep in mind, this is also bullish SMT because ES lows right here. Nasdaq already swept it, so this is bullish SMT. We do deliver higher off of it, but then once we go up higher, we just come back down. And then I had this lower here. We go down lower, and we can kind of say, okay, this is the other high, and then we're going up lower. We're going down lower, and then we fail to go up higher, and then we probably just want draws lower, but I don't trade like that. I want to see more. And then we started chopping here. We kind of started FOMOing people, and then we're just going up higher. And then I took a trade right here. I didn't actually take the trade. I was like thinking, is this trade actually gonna work? But I didn't actually take the trade. I was like, I don't like this trade, but let me see if it works. And it actually did end up working. And we could have also swept this like internal right here and just reverse off of it. I just didn't like the volume. I didn't really see anything, so I didn't take it. But I think this is a valid trade, but I just didn't like it because we haven't really done much. And then what happens here? We swept this low. So like I said, we didn't even sweep this lower here. We just swept the internal right here, which is this. Then we still have bullish SMT. We swept this little internal, so it looks something like this, like that. And then we also have this bullish SMT from down here, so it looked like this. And then ES, and then we just deliver off of it with speed, and we had like some crazy volume. So then we go all the way up here, and then I drew out this high because this is the high that I wanted to see, and then we swept up this high. I want to see if we react off of it. If we react bearish, then maybe we're gonna go lower, and then I might take something, but I still don't really want to trade today. I was already planning not to trade, but then after I saw this volume, I'm like, maybe I want to trade, but I didn't really see too much. So what I want to see is that if we resoup this high and we fail to go lower, I'm just going to assume that we want to go higher. So that's what I was kind of thinking. All right, so I'm going to play the candles out, go up higher. I'm thinking that the draw could be up here. We go lower, and then this is what I see. We fill this gap right here. This is BISI. And then we kind of respect it. We go up higher, and we also have the SIBI right here. So at this point, I was thinking that, okay, we have the new week opening gap over there, and then we just displaced past this SIBI right here. We also stayed above this soup level, and we obviously displaced through it. It looks like we're still bullish. And then I saw bearish candle, and then I saw bullish candle. I didn't like the volume of this trade, but this is like this was a permissible trade right here. And then you just target 30 points like what I do. I guess you could target the new week opening gap as well, but that's too much points for me. And then I was still like hesitating because I'm like, I don't really see anything that I normally like trading, because I normally don't take trades like this. But of course it looks like we're clearly bullish, so this trade was good, but I still didn't like it. And then we kind of kept chopping around, and then later I took it over here. I just want to see if it worked. I don't think I will actually take it on my main account. So this was a forward test paper trade, and it ended up working. But sometimes price won't deliver like this, because I obviously entered in so late. I'm just waiting for too much extra confirmation. And I kind of realized this once I got into the trade. I was like, yeah, my trade next time should be over here, because we can definitely go higher. We can definitely soup this high, and then we can also reverse. That's why every time we have wicks, we want to see what happens on the wicks. And I don't see anything. I kind of hesitate. And that's why entering off the actual where we get disrespected, and that's that makes it like a good trade. But since I wait for too much confirmation, sometimes price can just go up here and then just like randomly reverse, and I fail my TP, and then later it comes back up, and then later it goes. That's why waiting for too much confirmation can be bad. After we go up higher, I didn't forward test this, but I kind of wanted to see if this would work, because we also respected this BISI right here. Because right now this is like kind of pattern trading BISI right here. You're like a fair value gap. You see how it taps into it, and later the draw is right there. So then I want to see, okay, I can just target that draw, like if I did it right here, right? And the stop loss right here. Since the draw is so close, sometimes it makes sense to just like target right there, because we're so bullish that it can just go up higher. But normally you want to see some sort of manipulation before we want to take the draw. And yeah, we still get no manipulation, because we already did it here, and now we don't have anything else. Like I guess we did soup this, and now we don't really see anything much over here. I guess it makes sense because we disrespected this SIBI right here, and we're moving with speed. This is like we're slowing down, we're close to the draw. We probably want some form of manipulation before we want to take this draw higher. So I was like, okay, let's say I did take it up here, and I have my TP up here, and then maybe we probably want to turtle soup this lower here, and then we have bullish SMT, so it'll look something like this right here. So we have bullish SMT, and then we also soup this low, and then we start delivering higher, and then we take this high. So it looks like we're faking this bearish SMT right here, and then we're going lower. We get a bullish SMT, we soup this low, and then we go up higher. That's what I was thinking. And then let's say my stop was initially here, I was gonna move it down here, like if I were to be in the trade. But I was just like kind of pretending like I was in the trade, but I'm not gonna actually move my stop loss like that. The thing I learned about today is that I thought I had the right draws, but it's actually not. If I go to the left, we go to the left here, and I thought this was the new week opening gap. This draw on the high. Technically, it's not actually the gap fill because the gap fill is like under here, which is I learned today. This is technically the gap fill. This is the last candle, and if price goes up here, pretty much tap the gap. That's what I'm thinking. If I actually had the level properly, then this reversal makes sense. We're here, we have bearish SMT on the highs, so it looks something like this. So we have this bearish SMT like this, like that. ES hasn't taken it out. Then we get internal manipulation right here. So it's look like this. Internal manipulation right here. We get bearish SMT on this high, and also ES is right here. So we haven't swept the draw, the new week opening gap over here, and then we get reversal sequence. So we have this high right here. We invite sellers, re-soup high, and then we start delivering. That's the trade. And I didn't see it earlier because my level was up here and I thought we didn't feel it. So I was just trying to long into it, but it doesn't make sense to long into it if we're just like literally right there. And it's probably better to just wait for what happens up here. And this is like the reversal that you could have taken. And then, yep, it ended up playing out. We start reversing. But yeah, those were pretty much the two trades that I saw today. This was a trade, and then also this was a trade, but I didn't see this because I had the wrong level. That is a trade breakdown for today. Did not take any trades, like I said, and hope you guys enjoyed it. And what I like to say in every single video, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Keep staying disciplined, keep staying consistent, and let's just get 1% better every day. And I'll see you in the next one.